ready yet, and that's just well unfair that you've thrown me in the deep end once again. Would you like me to suck your ass in real life? Is that what you really want?
Do
Or
it.
are you just saying that as a comparative?
Fucking do it.
What do people get out of ass sucking?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best response I could have hoped for.
I don't feel like it's a sucking as more of a licking and cooing motion.
So it's not
It's not just a fuck. Come
like
here.
at a dentist.
So, no, it's like a
Like a
vacuum,
dentist
right?
chair.
You whack on your vacuum cleaner and just shove the
Henry
hose
Hoover,
right
if
up
you can.
there.
Yeah, that's how it was.
That's the idea of constipation. Is the audio good?
Hang on, just 2 seconds. Everyone be quiet, because I don't know which is your voices now and which is their voices then. Hang on. Shh. And the stream. Oh, there we go. It's quiet, mate.
Is the audio good?
It's quiet. Hang on, just 2 seconds. Everyone be quiet, because I don't know which is your voices. Oh, no. There we go. It's better. Hang on.
It was quiet because we were all quiet for that point. I'm starting the timer. Podcast is a go.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo.
Welcome to
That thing.
podcast.
Yeah, the
Yep.
podcast thing.
That.
That
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
thing.
perfect. That thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Anyway,
Guess what I fucking did with my bloody Saturday this week?
oh come on, give us a clue.
Lay in a bed, hungover all fucking day, and I didn't move at all.
Oh, you know what I did? I worked
Was that after
all
the
day.
Taco Bell?
No, Aiden brought me Taco Bell in bed because I was that hungover. He was like, yeah, I was a fucking mess.
Mate,
So bad. I did Rainbow Challenge, that's why. Success.
sucks to be you, doesn't it? I don't remember what I did
Fucking
on
was.
Saturday.
I worked all day.
What day was Saturday? When was Saturday?
Day
A
was
few days
Saturday.
ago.
It was fucking Saturday. Clues in
It's
the
the one,
name.
it's the
Hey,
one
right.
between Friday and Sunday, mate.
Wait, yeah, but how long ago was it? What day is it today? It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday.
I don't know where we are.
Yeah, well, it's
What is
half an hour left of Tuesday. There
Oh
won't be
yeah,
much.
I did like nothing on Saturday.
Did you just sleep and
Just-
scratch your ass every now and again?
Oh no, I just sat on my PC and scratched my ass every now and again.
That's what I always. You know, there's like those things that is like, what would your a snapshot of your life look like? And it's just the guy sat in the same position all the time. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
what mine will look like.
In his car, in his office chair, in bed.
Just Netflix changing every now and again. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine would be.
Mine would be me sitting in front of my PC.
You running away from To Catch a Predator?
Yeah, that's the one.
It would literally just be me in front of my PC for extended periods of time.
I'd occasionally be in front of a PC at Darcy's house.
Just to change the location. That's
And
pretty
no,
much
and,
it.
like,
That's
It's just
what our generation is.
it's like that the thing on Tumblr, you know, Squidward. It's and it just changes. It's really sounds like all around me.
But we are the generation that's leading into. Have you seen what's it called? That fucking robot that cleans up the planet, and he
What?
falls in love with that other one.
Wally.
Wally.
That's it. You know where they're all in the chairs and they don't move and they just look at the screen.
I don't think
I'd be
we'll ever.
very happy to have one of those. I would be so
I would
happy.
not. I would hate that. Like,
You'd just be like, fucking Netflix. Yep, great. I want a burger. Yep. I always wonder how they shit. That's my biggest thing.
hold it.
Maybe it's a Disney film. No one ever goes to the toilet.
Big tube. I'm reckoning big tube.
Yeah, hole in the seat.
Vacuum. One of them
You
again.
wouldn't even like need to do that. You just have holes in every single seat and then just a big sewer river below them.
Oh, no, dude, they fucking stink. That is the worst. You'd be
Yeah,
talking about.
you-
Don't
No,
become a plumber.
stink. They'd send it out into space.
Yeah, you'd have an efficient stream
So
constantly
you just
flowing
have
out.
just have an
No,
open
no, here's the
tube
issue. You
into space.
You can't send it out into space because you're on a space station, you've got limited resources, you've got to send it to a recycling plant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did that on that
Where
Doctor Who episode. When
The
shit and
water
like,
bit gets
the skits.
extracted,
Yeah.
and the shit goes onto the plants to grow more plants.
Yeah.
It's the
Shit
only
make
way.
plant. That's the maths.
That's how manure works.
Shit equals shit. No, shit minus water equals plants.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it works on Don't Starve too.
I think that's what was missing from Wally, if I'm honest. The bit where they go past the room and it's just someone shitting in a tube, and then they separate it
'cause
all out and plant it.
They have to like
And-
stay in their seats, don't they? None of them can stand up. You seen how short the legs are?
Now the captain gets like a
Yeah,
burst
the captain
of
can
speed.
stand
He's
up
like,
in the morning.
"Fucking
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, man.
Well, he
Let's
can get
go."
up.
And then he
He's
sits
a captain, isn't he?
He can't touch his toes, but that's
I can't touch my toes. I'm bending my legs.
I
Yeah, you
can't.
can if you sit down.
I
Everyone
know.
touches
I'm
his
saying
toes if they
I
sit down.
can't.
In primary school,
Jesus.
they used to say
Are
to
you
you
a
that
fucking
like
board of wood?
they used to say that you were unfit if you couldn't touch your toes without bending your legs, and it's like, no, I'm not unfit. My muscles just don't stretch that way.
I'm just 6 foot. I'm 6 foot, and I think my legs are longer than my arms.
Like I say, I'm not unfit. I'm disproportionate. There's a very.
I probably am disproportionate.
Oh, you mean long-armed Ryan? Fucking hell!
Long legged Ryan. I've got them.
He can
How's the girl?
hug you across the room.
I'm hugging Darcy right now. She's in Preston. For anyone who doesn't know, I live in the
Mr.
East.
President, we only have one way of survival. If we get Ryan to hug the planet, he could make it spin faster.
What
That's pretty
kind
much
of
the science
logic
that goes
is
into-
that?
That's the science that goes into any Hollywood movie. The aliens are attacking. What do? Get Ryan to hug the planet. It's our only solution.
If he hugs the planet, it'll spin faster. What?
Yeah. He's gonna squeeze it, make it more dense,
No,
and that's
what-
gonna make the core spin faster, which
What you
makes
want
it
is,
go
do you know,
faster.
do you know all these like hilarious things where they take something that's technically true but blow it out of proportion? Like, if everybody lies down at the same time, we'll increase our angular momentum, which is technically true, but it will not make any difference.
True.
You mean Project Y? No!
Yeah, like-
why was it called Project Y? Because no one could understand why we should do it.
If like technically, if you like reduce the radius of something spinning around, so its angular momentum increases to like conserve momentum. So if everybody lay down, then technically the Earth would spin slightly faster, but it wouldn't
I
make
like
any
the
difference.
idea that this initiative's been in the back works, and they've got the keys, and they press the red button, and they twist the keys, and loads of signs come up like lie
Yes.
down, and everyone just lies down
like-
at the same time.
Or lampposts like telescopically go back into the Earth.
People are in their houses, and their house just start flatten like they're in a bubble book.
Everything's from IKEA.
And then suddenly a day is now 20 hours instead of 24.
Yeah. And they're like, sir, the aliens are still shooting, we're just spinning a bit faster. It seems we've solved nothing.
Hold on, they can't keep it up for much longer. And suddenly the
Mr.
aliens start...
President, your plan is they're gonna lose they're gonna lose the energy to carry on faster
Hey, why did the enemy never run out of ammo?
because they reloaded, obviously, Ryan. God, don't ask stupid questions.
I think the Death Star should have had a reload time.
I think it didn't it? I mean, it
No,
did
but
have a
somebody
whole
has to
fucking
go
planet as a
outside.
relay
Like, I know it didn't work in this way, but like I imagine that you know how the lasers all conjoin into a central point and fire.
They do indeed, like an ice cream cone.
Okay, but I think that realistically what goes on is like it focuses on one tiny little thing where you have to put like a AA battery in. You know, some guy has to go out in a spacesuit to rechange the AA battery every time they want to fire.
Jerry, did you change the batteries before the
Oh,
Alliance
Vader's
came?
gonna kick
Oh,
your
shit.
ass.
Why couldn't Vader just fly some Duracell outside and like lift it and then put them in? There's holes in all of your logic,
Hey,
Ryan.
Jenna, you don't have a dog
Hey.
and then woof yourself, do you?
It's bargain sell.
Yeah,
What
woof.
do I
then
pay you for? You don't pay me, you just threaten me. How much do you reckon you got paid for working on the Death Star? Do you reckon it was good? Or do you reckon it was like minimum wage?
It must have been good, because
I
otherwise
don't
no one
think-
would do it.
No, yeah,
No,
they
because
would.
it's all fear, isn't it? Everyone's scared of being choked in the fucking air.
Maybe he didn't pay. Maybe he just tricked everyone into thinking he got paid. And he's like, I gave you your paycheck on Friday.
Yeah, he just does that Jedi mind trick.
It must have got lost in the mail. I'm sorry, Darth. I'll chase up the postman.
Yeah,
on
do
that.
they even need pay? Everything they need on the ship they work on.
I should think so. It's all about a
It's not
computer.
like they can't exactly send it back to their family, can they? Oh, 12 galaxies away, love. Sorry.
I just like
I
I love the vision of Darth Vader doing his taxes. Am I an independent earner? This is bullshit.
Have you ever seen
Trying to figure it
Clerks?
all out.
Nah.
No.
At the first
Vader's-
place, there's a bit on that
Vader's
where they
sat there
talk
trying to
about
work
how
out
the,
the pay-
the Death Star's a big project. They must have loads of contractors working on it, and there's loads of innocent people that they killed when they destroyed the Death Star, because they were all just contractors just doing a job, and they blew it
Oh,
up, and they were all still on them.
Just like, yeah, we've got to put another main beam in, otherwise the support's just gonna... Is that the Alliance? Oh, shit.
They just killed like thousands of innocent people who were just doing a contracting job. So
That'd be a
Who's really the
fantastic
good
idea
guy?
for a series. Just call it like the Death Star pockets, and it's just loads of different people on the Death Star who were just doing They weren't like against. They were just doing stuff on the Death Star just before it blew up. Like there's a guy working in the fucking washing room, just washing the clothes. Like I hate this job, and then
It's like the chef, just like making dinner for everybody who's been working hard all day.
And then there's Jerry, who's fucking. He's just trying to do his job. He's just trying to clean the windows in the Death Star because
Someone's brought their pet dog.
George has finally asked the courage to marry Clara to marry him, and it's and then that'd be a fantastic idea for a TV show. Good luck getting the rights off George Lucas, though. How are you two feeling about the new Star Wars? Yeah, excited? Couldn't give a shit. I know.
Not really. It's Lord of the Rings all the way for me.
I've never cared about Star Wars.
Okay, did you like The Hobbit?
I did, on the basis that I read it when I was like 6, and it's sort of like it finally came to life. It wasn't too big of the bits they added.
It finally came to life in 3 parts with 1,000 scenes of just the scenery of fucking Middle Earth, and it was shit. They were alright films. I'm not saying they weren't. Yeah, but it was dreadful because, I mean, they didn't need to do it.
Yeah,
I think the last
could
film
have just
was
done one big
essentially-
film. They could have just done 2 films.
The last
It'd have been
film was
amazing.
just Thorin being like, "Oh, one more gem," and then like army standing there, and then that was it.
I think they
So
should
just
have made
like-
a 4th one and just been The Walk Home.
I'm surprised they didn't, to be
My
honest.
feet are killing me.
Like the
There's a
the
lot
last
less
film
than
was
what
just
we
a fight scene, wasn't it? Like, that was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
A really long fight scene.
Hey, did you throw the eagles in? No? Oh, we better put a fight scene in. They need the eagles. It's the last film. We need eagles in the last film. That's what we
I
do.
still don't agree with what the 5 armies are. They're not
Dwarves-
5 armies.
You mean 3 armies in a
Human,
bit?
elves, orcs, and wargs? Is that it? Humans,
was-
elves, dwarves, orcs, and wargs, I think.
What the hell's wargs? Are you
What
just
they,
making up
what they
words?
rode into battle. I think.
They're
No,
not an army.
That's my point.
Oh yes, you can't dismiss the horses either. The horse army, they were there.
I'm gonna Google it now. What were 5 armies?
And you know
I
all the
don't
water
agree with- yeah,
bottles.
they weren't all
the army
armies.
of the water bottles.
Yeah, I was right. It is wargs.
They don't
Fuck a
class as an
wolf.
army.
It's dwarves, men, elves, orcs, and wargs, which are the wolves.
Wolves
Dwarves,
don't count as an army. Weren't there like
Men.
3 of them or something? I don't know.
elves.
Oh, I love that. Like Thorin sent like a letter to his cousin. Was it? It's not Billy. Is it Billy Connolly? No.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is Billy Connolly. And
It's not Keira Knightley, who's Bill Nighy, apparently in your mind.
no, no. I love it. He's like, oh, please, bro, cousin, I really need you right now. Like, I'm trapped on all sides by a massive armies of 3 different things. So like, Billy Connolly shows up with about 10 dwarves and a big hammer. Like, come on then.
Where's he from? Israel? No, yeah, that's what you need, mate. The dwarves are hardy. Wait, what was the armies then? There's the humans, the elves, the dwarves.
Dwarves, orcs, and wargs.
No, I'm sorry. What the fuck is a warg?
It's the wolves.
There wasn't an army of them.
Wolves? I can't remember any wolves.
What about the eagles that came in?
What? Yeah, they were an army. What about all the living things?
Technically,
Fucking warg.
there
Oh,
were
you are shitting me.
There were two dwarven armies. There weren't one, were they?
So the wolf that they rode on, no bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, here
That's
we
not
go.
an
Here
army.
we go.
That's what I mean. You can't pinpoint
Well,
Ryan,
5
just Ryan,
actual
just read
armies.
it.
An
I don't wanna-
evil breed of demonic wolf, suggesting that they were inhabited by evil spirits.
Yeah, but they're not organised.
They were the creatures bred by Morgoth. Do you know who Morgoth is?
But Ryan, what's the managerial structure?
Yeah, Ryan, you're not an army unless you're grouped and with a decisive purpose.
Well, if they've got
Their own
evil
agenda.
spirits in them, maybe the spirits can talk to each other. I can't remember. I don't know.
Alright, Jeff, alright. Shall we go help in the war? Well, I've got this twat on my back, so I'm guessing
It was more
he
like
keeps kicking me until I go.
Wargs were sentient and used a tongue, the dreadful language of the Wargs,
see, it was like 4
according
armies and
to
then a few
the
leftovers.
TolkienGateway.net.
It sounds like someone's trying to make justifications for there being 5.
Yeah, that's
Tolkien,
what I mean.
just say 4. No, 5 sounds so much better. We'll say the wolves were in on it too. Tolkien, just let it go. Let it go. Come on, I said there'd be 5. What about the rabbits? There were rabbits underground.
4 armies and the few leftover people that helped. That's what it
See,
was.
I thought it'd make more sense if when all the eagles and stuff did come. that they were the other army. I thought that was the thing.
See, I thought that. When I counted up like the different groups
Makes
that were
more sense
fighting,
than
there's
the
about
fucking-
7 or 8.
No,
they're not all
the combatants were. It would have made more sense for goblins to be the Fifth Army. Elves,
Oh, yeah, goblins
men,
were in it as well,
dwarves,
weren't
and eagles, goblins, orcs, wargs, and bats.
This is
the
my
combat-
problem. This is my biggest problem. You can either argue 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, but you can't argue 5 because it's
no
bullshit.
point you can fit
You can
5
argue
armies.
any number of armies apart from 5, and it's called the Battle of 5 Armies. That's my biggest problem.
That's why I've never agreed with
How
it,
many-
because I was sitting afterwards after I watched the film just like, how were there 5? I've counted 7 groups.
But the
fighting
name
here.
Battle of 4 or More Armies just didn't test well, I don't think. They couldn't fit it on the poster for start. What are we calling this? The Battle of 4 or More Armies? I don't like it. Could there
Do
be
a little
5?
crocodile
It's
symbol
it's not
on
5.
4.
No, it needs one of them little asterisks where it says in the bottom of the poster, like, there aren't actually 5. We know this. There are either 4 5s. There are either 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9. We're sorry. Love, heart, kiss, kiss, Tolkien.
Except he's tiny dead line.
No, that's what he wrote in the back of the book, I'm pretty sure. There's 2 pages stuck together.
Two pages stuck together.
Yeah.
We've told you about using books to wank with.
Dude, if you use
the
Tolkien as
Lord of the
material...
Rings Hobbit novel.
Hey, some people really like those films.
What can I say? I'm just really into elves. I mean, there's something about them.
Reading that
The fact that
Elvish.
we don't-
Oh, yes.
The fact that there's like porn and stuff about that sort of stuff, it's really messed up.
Mate, that's one of like the least worrying things there's porn about.
No, I know, like there's people like shagging dragons and stuff out there. I just don't know who that niche is for. They're like, yeah, this stuff's alright, but you know what I really want? I want a dragon to take someone in the night. That's what I want.
Do you know what's
And I
really
want detailed
concerning?
description of it.
Is that there's like erotic fan fiction of literally anything at all. An erotic
Yeah,
fan art
what's
of
that thing?
anything.
There's something on the internet.
There's a lot of
it's
things
like
on
a-
the internet.
Rule... I
Basically,
don't
if
know.
you take like
It's like Rule 50 or something, and they say it's out there for everyone. Anything.
I don't want your.
There'll probably be some of us, and we
But-
don't even know.
If you search like anything semi-popular with the word porn after it and go on images, you'll just see like pages and pages of just disturbing shit. No matter what
Well,
it is.
You two then.
You what?
Where did we go wrong as a society that that's ended up where we're at?
I don't know, but I bet if you search
You know,
like
if you know, if-
Teletubbies, it'll still be there.
If you went back in time and told someone in the,
Oh,
in the future
hang
we've got
on,
all these
hang
magical
on,
things,
hang
but we've
on.
also got this, would they still want the other stuff?
I've just continued reading, and apparently, the 5 armies are described as elves, men, dwarves, and 2 armies of orcs, one from the Misty Mountains and one from Gundabad, but the ones from Gundabad ride the wargs, so they're known as warg riders, and that's why the army's called the wargs.
Well, what about all the other people that helped?
Cause
Well, if you're saying there's 2 armies of orcs, then there are technically 2 armies of dwarves as well. 'cause
Yeah.
2
well,
dwarves
12,
are from the same place.
12 doesn't really make... Does it? 12 doesn't really make an army, does it?
Well, that's the point. You can't say that there's a distinct... Like, there aren't that many men compared to elves, but if you make a distinction on
At
numbers...
which point do you start calling it an army? Like, if you add 1
Yeah.
to the numbers,
is a
it's not
question.
an army.
That is a
but
very
what
good
point
question.
does it
Not as
become
good
an
as the question of what age do you stop falling over and start having falls. Like,
this-
how's your mum? Oh, she had a fall.
Well, there's that whole
I was
thing that
glad-
walking
oh,
is
he fell
just
over.
controlled falling, isn't it? That's the model that... Have you seen all the simulations where they try and make things walk, like bipedally?
Oh yeah, and they're like
And they just
self-learning, aren't
eat
they?
shit constantly. It's really messed up.
Like after
Took us
100
ages.
or 200 tries, they just start walking. I don't think that's
Yeah.
what people did though. I don't think that one day we were just like, I'm going to try and walk, and then just kept falling over like that. Over and over and over
No, I'm
again.
pretty sure a baby was born and everyone was like, oh my god, what? Look at Timmy. What? He's standing on 2 legs. And he's moving forwards. Timmy, you're strange.
Everyone's
Timmy
rather like
just
a
ate
Tim or
shit.
Jim.
Way! Timmy's on his face. Oh, what a dickhead.
Timmy can, I'm going to call it run, and he's chasing us.
I'm gonna call it Rick.
I need a word on the fly. Give me a word. Give me a word.
What about grunt? No, that sounds too close to grunt, and we get that for
Kenneth, a
lots.
word. Balloon! Oh, I got my Euros today.
Where you going, lad?
Malaga for 2 weeks with my girlfriend.
Oh,
With
shit.
my girl.
With my
my
girl.
girlfriend.
I had to tell my other girl, side girl, if you get more money, you can come too. But hell no, this is for my girl.
Ah, yes, Ryan, rife with the side bitches.
Who has side bitches?
No, we had this conversation before, and I think it's a bit too bad to put on the internet.
No, I know what your response is, and I disagree. But yes, okay, fair enough.
But it's true.
Is one of us just going to say it, or are we just leaving this out?
No, just dodge the situation before
Kill
Ryan
ourselves
gets
before
arrested.
we start.
It's just bullshit. I just can't imagine
Gangsters.
someone going, you know what these are? My sad bitches. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Where I got my meaning.
I don't understand the concept that people actively choose to be a side bitch.
Yeah.
Then
I'm
why
not
don't
looking
you
for
call
anything
yourself a
serious.
friend?
I'm liking to be a
I don't
side
think
bit.
that they do. Imagine there's that website, I can't think what it's called. It's like Ashley something, but it's like purely for people who want to have affairs.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
the Ashley
it's a
Jenkins,
date-
isn't it? Oh,
Is
no,
it
Ashley Jenkins
No,
speaks
that's
for Rooster Teeth.
yeah. She's a Rooster Teeth member, but it's Ashley something,
it's-
and it's a dating
that
site
thing.
for people who want affairs.
It's been hacked, and all the like
Yeah,
they're filtering
they're
the
like holding the site hostage with all the information of all of the users.
Oh my god, no, I think cheating is hands down the worst thing on the planet. Like, it's horrendous.
Yeah, it is like
It
proper
is
bad.
fucking messed up. But the point is, the fact that there's an entire website that facilitated that, and they didn't protect their servers.
I think they
apparently
did.
they
It's
did
just
it in
some
the
people
Spurs.
can hack anything, man.
No, but
I
apparently,
know.
even if you deleted your account on it, they still kept all the information about it.
Yeah,
Like,
just
on their
deactivated
servers.
the account.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man. Why would you do it? Why would you go on?
I'm gonna.
I don't know. I know
See if I can
someone
find
who's
what it
currently
is.
cheated on, but I don't know them well. Than like, I've never spoke to them.
You
so
know
I
someone
can't
what,
tell
sorry?
them. I know someone who's been cheated on, but I never spoke to them, and they probably don't even know I exist. And so I don't know to tell them. Like,
See, it's whether you want to bring
It's
that
Ashley
hassle up.
Madison. That's the site, and their
Yeah.
slogan is "Life is short, have an affair."
oh, fucking kill yourselves.
Well, with that sort of logic, how can I say no?
Life's gonna be shorter when we find out who made it.
You know what would be the most messed up thing if you signed up and you didn't get anyone. You know, like a really terrible date is that you want
No,
to
you sign up and you see your
There's
wife
like-
on there.
40 million users or something.
My God, if you don't like who you're with, just get out
don't
and
dance
rage.
with
That's
them.
what
Yeah.
I've never understood. If
See,
you want to sleep
I've
around
always,
a little
I've said
bit,
this
then
to
just-
Darcy already. I've said this to Darcy. Just don't cheat on me. Just end the relationship and
then go have sex with them. Yeah, just even if it's just a quick call, like it's over, bye, and then
I'd want
do
a
what
bit
you
more than a quick call, to be honest. Just like you see someone walking down the street and
As-
think they're
as-
dead fit,
as
and
long
you
as
just
someone
like
drops on.
instantly just call like person you're with and tell them you're finished and went to go and hit on them. That's a bit
Yeah.
flippant.
sorry, I missed
exactly. If they do call you, then that's exactly the point that you want to drop them.
Well, it's like a justified reason that you don't want to be with them now because they
Yeah.
saw one hot person in the street and instantly called you to finish you.
It's a two-way thing. Yes, it's the perfect way out. Ryan, you know, with you saying that you know a person who's been cheated on, but you've never told them because you don't know them.
that. Yeah, I've literally never spoken to them. I've never seen.
Would if it's someone you didn't know, would you want them to tell you if they knew?
Yes, 100%. But then again,
But would you trust
'Cause-
someone you didn't know? That's the thing. Just someone,
Exactly, that's-
someone you
that's
don't know
my
just
quandary.
pops up and is like, your girlfriend's cheating on you. It's like when people send like asks it anonymously on Tumblr to cause shit, and nobody believes them
yeah,
because they are just to cause shit, and they could be doing the same thing.
suppose.
We need another thing other than an honest.
And
And honest. Ah.
And honest.
I can't just say what I've just said and then claim an So if anything, that's my
Try being verified on Twitter. If you're
My
honest.
friend's dad's verified.
What you have
Really?
to be.
What for?
You what?
What for?
You've met Georgina, haven't you, Dickens?
Yeah. He
Um,
wasn't asking you, was he?
her dad's an ex-England cricketer.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah,
Nice.
Graham Fowler. Shout out to Georgina Fowler. Go on Global Festival.
Shout out, yo.
I don't have a clue who like he is because I don't follow cricket at all.
Yeah, he was
Never
long before my
have.
time. Yeah.
Because cricket's the biggest pile of shit.
Nah, golf.
It is pretty shit.
No, I
Golf's
prefer
worse.
I prefer golf to cricket because golf
Ah.
is shit in a really relaxed way, whereas cricket's intense and shit.
No,
not
golf is
intense.
literally just nothing.
When have you ever
happens.
known anyone go, "Ah, this cricket is so intense"?
Have you ever been to a cricket match?
Yeah, I've been to a couple of T20. I like the T20s just because everyone.
Go ape shit.
Yeah, golf's just like people just sit there and just go.
I don't mind golf. It's quite casual.
No, golf is horrendous because if you stood there and like they hit the ball, they go so far and so like, oh, I have to walk all the way over there to see him hit it again.
That's
oh no, I
don't
mean to watch. I mean to play.
Oh no, much prefer.
Which one would you rather play?
Cricket.
Golf or cricket?
Cricket.
Nickens?
I think I'd rather play cricket than golf. I don't mind a bit of mini golf. Mini golf's alright.
I'd rather watch cricket than golf. I wouldn't want to watch either, but if I was being pinned to the Russian was like, what is your toucher? I'd be like, shut golf on.
If you can go golf as like a small course and not like full range stuff, then I'd rather do that.
You're thinking crazy golf.
Crazy no, because you can do like, just sort of put in courses or whatever, like little ones. I won't mind that.
I reckon crazy golf was
good, anyway.
someone really lazy that had just had enough of walking about a golf course and was like,
that's me.
I'm gonna make this
perfect. I don't want to like, you know, if you like, because what do they do? Hit like 300-400 yards with their drives in golf, and then you realise you've got to travel that far to do your next hit. And it's just like, I'd rather do like bad hits and then just get to do it more often. It's like the better you are at golf, the less you play golf.
Do you reckon it had Crazy Golf, the first one? Do you reckon it had obstacles to begin with, or there was just like it started out really nice and chill, and then?
No, I think that's why it became crazy.
Well, maybe it was just called because sometimes you just see it called mini golf, and normal golf doesn't have obstacles and stuff.
What do you mean, like they were just playing on it and like a tree fell on the course and they're like, oh, that's going to be a really hard shot, that is now, that's there.
Yeah, and they were like, this is so much better. If only we could make more trees. I'm ahead of you, Jeff. What about if we don't just use trees?
I'm proposing to you a series of slides, and they're like, oh my god.
Either that or they play it and look on a hill and they're like, oh, isn't that a nice windmill? And they all look at each other and go, hey, wait a minute.
They're the most bullshit holes on things.
Yeah, because you time it perfectly, and I swear there's a guy with a switch that just speeds it up as soon as you hit the ball.
Have you ever seen ones where there's like a windmill on both sides? So sometimes you can get stuck in the middle where you can't touch it. Like, you can't do anything about it. It's just trapped between
two fans. Oh, well, game over for
you,
I guess.
You have to get somebody else to hit the ball through and knock it out the other side.
That's how they make money through the deposit.
Long time since I've played anything remote.
I'm about to say I haven't played it in a long time because I just figured out it was just a waste of money. I was just like, I'm not enjoying this anymore.
What, mini golf?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it as much anymore.
I don't mind mini golf. There's mini golf in the bottom of the corner house.
Is there?
Yeah, underground in the corner house. There's 2 mini golf courses.
You bullshit.
No.
I have not been in the corner house that much, but what, near the casino and stuff?
Yeah, like above the casino, I think. I think you go.
Welcome to the part of the podcast where Dickens and John will talk about places I've never been. So can't comment and have to stay quiet for this part of the podcast.
Alright, mate, what's in fucking Newcastle?
You can talk to yourself about it.
Come on, this is your opportunity. What's in Newcastle?
I don't really go to Newcastle a lot. Considering I live still about 25 minutes, half an hour outside of it.
Well, that's how far John lives from Nottingham.
Tell you
what.
what.
I say, I don't live in Nottingham.
Really?
Yes, I live quite far away from Nottingham. I'm in Nottingham, but I'm not in Nottingham.
I technically live further away from Nottingham.
Yeah, it does, yeah. But we're still both in Nottingham. Yeah, but I know a French person who's even further away from Nottingham. Well, how do you live in Newcastle, but you don't?
I don't. I just say Newcastle because idiots like you can get a relative idea of where I live.
Is Ryan calling us idiots? Is that what's happening now? I feel like the dog's biting back.
I think so.
Yeah, you guys are idiots.
It's just unfair, mate. That's just rude. That's
not nice, is it?
No.
Oh yeah, welcome to my world.
Won't you come on in?
I'm a little sad and mildly offended.
And I've got a teensy bit of pride, but I'm going to beat that out with a cane. So.
What?
Cane? Choice. What you like?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't know, but that's the point. Mini golf, because I get that. Like I say, I'm very competitive, but I'm shit at most things I do. So I don't like to try things because otherwise I'll get really like, I've got to win, and then I'll lose and just feel like shit. And I don't take losing very good either.
Very good. I don't do losing very good.
Very well.
Does anyone take losing well? Like, you said that as if like that's the easiest of the two. Like, Winning's the
Well,
one
some
that's
people just
really
generally
easy
don't give a
to
shit.
do.
I don't give a shit that much because I just don't get that attached to it anymore. But like if I'm invested, Jesus, I give a shit.
Sometimes
Damn.
if I'm at a point of invested like beyond that, then I don't mind losing because it's still really enjoyable. I'm like that with Rocket League. Like even when I'm losing in Rocket League, I'm still really enjoying Rocket League.
Here's the biggest question I've been waiting to ask you: this Witcher 3 or Rocket League?
Oh man.
I know.
Did you ever complete Witcher 3?
No, I still need to. I've got so many games to complete. But I need to get back to
It's
it.
just added to the list of 300 or whatever you're on now.
Yeah. The many games to finish and all start. But yeah,
I finished none of them, but I'm about to buy another game.
I've probably got a similar amount of hours played on each, maybe a bit more on Witcher.
God, how much have you been playing on Rocket League?
I did 16 hours in 2 days.
I'm ashamed of you.
That was the first 2 days I bought it. Like I played
There are
with
people
you.
out there that have to work for their entire livelihood.
It's not the worst I've done.
Person.
Remember when me and Ryan played for like 26 hours on Minecraft in a weekend?
Yeah, you guys.
That was the first day, like 2 days of each other.
It's
We
good
bonded over
weekend.
26
bond
hours
was
of
cement.
Minecraft.
It's like we fell asleep at about 1 in the morning, and then at 12 midday again, we're like, Minecraft, we're back on it.
Jesus.
Most people get back on the drink, we get back on Minecraft.
I'm glad I hadn't been dragged into the Minecraft hole at that point. Because, funnily enough, you know Ryan through Minecraft, and me and Dickens know each other mainly through Minecraft as well.
Yeah, like we know we've met each other out of Minecraft. We became friends through Minecraft.
Yeah, we were like, you have Minecraft? Yeah, you want to play? Yeah, go on. Gaming, man. The power of gaming. Gotta
It's like
respect that shit.
the majority of like people that I'm friends with and talk to now, it's because I play games with them.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, that's a brand new thing that's happening, and it's good.
It's the online communities, isn't it? You didn't get that before.
Yeah.
Relatively new.
Although, online communities are not good in the majority.
Oh yeah, they're
I mean, the
god awful.
amount of shit.
God awful.
Did you see, like, when people took control of Reddit because they weren't happy, like a few weeks back now?
Oh, because they
That-
banned r/fat people, didn't they, or something like that?
Yeah, they were like, basically they kept saying that they wouldn't ever censor their website, and then they
Yeah.
started censoring it.
They've always said
Which
that
I
it's
can understand
completely
because there are a
open.
lot of messed up people out there.
There's a lot worse things though than r/fat people.
Oh yeah,
Like I
But I
don't
think
understand why
r/fat
that was the one that they
people
went
was-
on.
because I think it was it wasn't that outrageous that they couldn't go, oh, I can't believe they banned this. Like if it was child pornography tag, then and if someone got rid of that, no one would go, I can't believe they've done this. How dare they? Where else am I meant to find it now? But it was
yeah,
just that sort of level where it was
the Reddit
unacceptable.
like owners have always said that they won't censor any material. It's completely free speech. All of the threads are made by users and they're all commented on by
Yeah.
users. They don't have any involvement in any of it. And then they
And then
just
they've just gone back
cancelled
completely on
slash
the
r fat people. It was fat
And
people, wasn't
everyone
it?
took
Or it was
control.
one similar that was
I
making
think
fun of
so.
fat people.
It's something like that.
It was basically a subreddit that just laughed at people for being fat, and that was it.
It's I mean, I don't know why it's so, because it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's
No.
not a bad thing. We're
It's
going to
the
make fun
whole-
of people for any reason.
Reddit was the freedom of speech place to go on the internet, and now people are pissed off because they can't do that.
Because they ain't got freedom of speech anymore, apparently. I'd like to see the proportion of how many are American. I really would like to see that. You know, how many users are American with the whole freedom of speech thing. Because I don't think freedom of speech is a thing that people in England give a shit about.
No.
Not anywhere near as much. America's
Because,
landed the
to be
free,
honest,
isn't it?
the only time...
I just
Yeah,
don't
the only-
feel like they like being told what to do.
At all. They're like... Because, I mean, they're the kids
This
that
is
ran away from home. They're the kids that ran away from home, and now they're like, I don't need you, parents. We're not going to do what you say anymore. And trying to introduce a government with control into a group of those people is not a good idea.
Yeah, the problem is that like 90% of them ran over to America because they heard there was gold in California. So
Yeah,
that's the
where-
kind
that's
of
where all
people
the,
that
like,
ran the
second
country.
Speaking of gold, I watched the fucking second National Treasure the other day because it came on Netflix.
Oh, quality films.
Nick Cage, man. You know what?
Did you know there's a community episode, right? That they do, like, because it's a community college.
Yeah.
They always have like that one blow-off class that you can pass and get like your easy credit in it.
Yeah.
And there was this one. It was like cinema and films. It was Nicolas Cage. Is he good or bad? The eternal question, and nobody could figure it out.
No, it's a beautiful because I remember watching all those films with like Nick Cage isn't that bad, and then after I've been educated by the internet, I suppose it's a horrible thing to say, but you go back and watch it and you're like, my God, this acting is amazing.
People say that he just like accepts any role though, doesn't he? Like he's
yeah,
no limit on what
he'll
he'll accept.
sketch?
Yeah, where
Like,
keep
he does
giving him
Con Air.
posters.
Like on the have you seen it, Ryan?
Which one?
Like the College Humor sketch where it's Nick Cage's agent.
No.
Basically, his agent's there, and he just keeps saying, "Okay, we've got you a film called the Laptop Napkin or something like that." And he's like, "I'm in," and it's just whatever anything he says, and eventually just makes one up. And he's like, "Nick, it's not a real film. I made it up." Like he goes, "Well, I'm gonna get on this," and makes a film and gets loads of awards for it. It's so fucking funny. You really need to watch it. It's so good. It's like that. College Humor does some fantastic things. Like
I've
that,
never really watched it.
I've watched a
you don't
few
want to
College
watch all
Humor
of it.
stuff.
A lot of it's shit.
Yeah, a lot of it's not best, but they do have some really good sketches. They
If
used to do
Google
really
was a
good movie
person,
trailers.
that's fantastic. If
Yeah,
Google was a person, where it's like, Asker starts with a normal question, they're like, "Oh, it's here," and then it ends with like a sexual connotation. He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
There were ones where like they did loads of movie trailers. I can't think. There was a Minesweeper movie trailer where it's like really dramatic, and they were like training people in the army to go and like find mines and dig them up and stuff like that. And they were doing it as if you were like playing a game of Minesweepers, though. And there was one that was like if the Matrix ran on Windows or something like that, and it just kept lagging out and like having problems. Like
Matrix.
taking really long to download all the skill sets and stuff.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one as well. Have you seen the fact that TV companies are starting to fund YouTube channels and stuff?
I'm not surprised. It's only a matter of time.
I'm seeing it more and more, but it kind of defeats the object of YouTube, does it not? I mean, the whole point of YouTube is it's not TV. It's away from it. It's its own niche. So if you start putting YouTube channels,
Well, I think
on
the
TV,
point of YouTube is that it's more independent, but there are bigger ones which aren't so independent now. I think it's an independent platform, and then people get to a point where they're so popular and they've got so much, like, what's the word for it? Like a portfolio sort of a video that they can move on to something else. Because they've got all this evidence. You know, I've made these videos and it's got millions of viewers, and that's why you want me on your TV show. That kind of thing.
I wouldn't want it as a stepping stone like that. Because, you know, if you've built a community around people watching on a site because they want to see you on this site and they like the fact that
I can understand why some people would, though, especially like filmmakers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, right, how much do you watch on YouTube and stuff?
Oh, so much.
See, that's the point. It's one of those things where it's its own portal, isn't it? It's not you just scrolling through TV and you see a load of shit. You get to see lots of little different bits which are very
the stuff
good.
you watch is independent and controlled, and there's no like what's it, like corporate input and stuff to it.
Yeah.
It's all individual,
Because
smaller content.
That's all the fucking TV is these days. I just call it the consume box because every fucking thing's just trying to make you consume something else. Like, oh god, there was an advert the other day that was like, it's an Amazon advert, and his kid's like going to nursery, and it's having a really bad time. So he buys it something, and it has a better time, and it's like, oh, if I buy my kid something, he'll be great. And it's like, don't teach people that's the way that kids get by.
That's what you do though. If you want your kid to shut up, you get him an ice cream, don't you?
Well, that's what people do. Have you seen it? Have you been on like the bus when the parents just give them a phone to play with instead of talking to them and stuff?
Oh,
They're just like, "Mummy's got a headache. Here's my mobile," and I'm just like,
Actually,
"Don't fucking do that with your kid."
When I was
I'm gonna have to
on
be
my
right
way
back
back from Nottingham the other day.
Somebody's at the door.
Okay.
When I was on my way back from Nottingham the other day, there was like a young family, like it was just their mother, father, and then like one kid who looked maybe about 3-ish, and they had like toy cars with him and stuff like that. And I was surprised because I was like, I used to play with toy cars when I was young. I haven't seen a kid just like sitting on a bus or like in public or somewhere with like a set of toy cars and like teddies.
No,
and stuff
you don't
for
see.
so long.
It's
just
stupid
weird.
because in my head I think of it as analog playing. You know, just still like using things.
Like whereas we
I
used
think
to sit with a toy car on the carpet running it around, and now they're just sitting on like Mario Kart instead. It's like the digital version of what we used to do.
Because I think that's the thing. We were on the cusp of things. Because did you have a Game Boy and stuff like the original pieces? Of, you know, that big grey block.
I had a Game Boy Color when I was like 6.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
green. Yeah.
The Game Boy Color was just the one
That's
after,
my point.
wasn't it?
But it didn't take up your world, did it? You weren't always on it completely. It was just something that you
I
did
don't know, I
in the
played
fun.
Pokemon quite a lot, but I still played with Lego and like Kinects and toy
Yeah,
cars and
yeah,
stuff
that's
loads as
what
well.
I mean. That's what I mean. It wasn't all your time. You still analog played.
Yeah, it was mostly when I was like, do you know, when we went on holiday and stuff like that, I'd play with it in the car for
Yeah.
like the entire journey down there, and I had to get like
Yeah,
an
'cause-
in-car charger
'cause you
because
don't-
otherwise it would run out
You
of
can't
batteries.
you can't lose your Hot Wheels under the seat. Then you're just
Yeah.
playing a game. Yeah, but that's the thing now. It's all digital, not analog gaming anymore. See what I mean? But it's just like I say. But it's the fact that they're so young as well. Like you'll see a 3-year-old just playing with a phone, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't need a screen in your eyes that early. You really don't.
See, I think that, but then at the same time, I also think, like, are we just thinking that because, you know, we didn't have that? I think, Joe, when you see
Yeah,
someone
is
that
it a
was-
generational thing? Yeah, I get
because
that same
our
feeling.
parents did to like us as well. Like, you know, we started getting things like that, and they're like, oh, well, we used to just have the cup and ball and like a pack of playing cards, and that's like what your parents say and stuff.
I'm sorry,
Like
were our parents allowed during the war?
that. My mum used to just play like card
Oh,
games,
yeah,
like
it
top
was a
trumps and
potato.
stuff with her parents, with her sister's brother.
Yeah, dude, cards and stuff like that. It's just the fact that I don't know. A string and a ball seems so far away now.
I don't think it's as far away as you think it is, though.
Is it not?
I mean, I think string and ball lasted a long time. Like, it would have
Is that
been
the
like
hoop?
in the wartime, but I think it did last a long time.
You'll like this fact. Did you know the hula hoop was a financial disaster?
Really?
Yeah, they made
But
no money. And
They
it went into
sold in
complete
primary
losses.
schools so much.
They thought that it was going to be like the biggest thing, and people put loads of money into it, and like. I can't remember the justification. It was either that nobody bought them, or after that someone bought one once, you didn't need another one, so they had no return on it.
But every primary school had like a shed full of about 100 of them.
No, I'm saying when it like first came out, no one, it flopped, and then it was bought by lots of different companies, and that's where it's made money.
Wait, did they patent it? Did somebody
Yeah.
make a ring of plastic and say, I've invented
Dude,
something and patent
Somebody's
it?
patented the comb over. Everything's been patented.
Like, imagine
everything.
that. You're sitting there trying to think of a new thing, and then somebody just makes like a ring out of blue tack or something, and go, we could make it out of plastic and bigger. And then they're like, right, quick, call the patent people, we'll get it down as under us.
Oh, the patent people.
Yeah,
you know, what? 0800, the patent people.
What would you
Afraid-
call
guys,
them? Yeah?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to bow out of this one early. My sister's in a bit of a hissy fit.
Okay.
Alright, man.
So,
So-
but very well. But, well, how long did we make it?
41 minutes.
No, we're 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not too bad.
not bad, not bad. MBGG.
Right,
GG,
well,
GG.
goodbye to Ryan.
Goodbye to
and then-
Ryan.
Am I hosting the call?
That is a very good question.
Well, I'll just turn my mic off, but I'll leave it running for you guys.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And then 20 minutes of me and Jono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling the patent people.
Hey, what would you call them?
Did
yeah?
you? It's
would you-
fucking.
What's
I can't
their
remember what
official
show
name?
it was on. It was all about the different types of patents. There's one where it's like, in case of a fire, it's a breathing device that you stick down your toilet because apparently there's a little air pocket in your U-bend.
Oh yeah, there is. They did that.
Yeah,
too.
and
have you ever
people.
seen?
It was like a snorkel.
Have you ever seen Kingsman: The Secret Service?
I haven't seen it yet, and I really want to, so don't spoil it.
Oh, there's a part in that where they use the U-bend. That's all I say. That's how I remember that.
Well, but why would you want to breathe down somewhere you shit?
It's like an emergency thing, though, isn't it? Like, you know, if
Yeah,
you
but-
need air, then that's somewhere that is guaranteed to have fresh air, especially if you're in a fire, for example, because, you know, the smoke's not going to have gone through the water and up around the U-bend.
I'd rather breathe in smoke than shit.
There's not going to be
I'm
shit
just-
still there.
I want that. I
You
want, I
realise
want
the
that
point
as
of the
my
toilet
epitaph
is
when I
to
go-
flush the shit away, not store it in the back of the toilet.
Yeah, but you don't know there's some back there because that it's like a mystery land. Once you're done with your business, you have no idea what happens then.
Well, if you do it and it smells bad,
For all you
stop,
know,
don't you?
gnomes could come through and just take it.
It smells bad, you stop. That's all I'm saying. I saw
you
there was
seen
something
that?
about inventions once, and there was like I can't remember what it was. It was some kind of TV show or something where they were just like, you know, anybody can invent and encouraging people to be creative and stuff like that. And there was this guy there who was doing a presentation
Always a
show or
dangerous
something,
idea.
and he was on about how even his little son, who was about like 3, had invented something or something of the sort. And like they were showing one of his inventions, and it was like a box to pop balloons in after a party that doesn't make a loud bang and scare people. It was just like a wooden box with a fan in it. So you put a balloon in, and turned the fan on, and the fan popped the balloon. And I was like, your 3-year-old son did not invent that. You invented that, and then
you're
put
using
your son's
your
name
3-year-old
on
son.
it. And it was
No,
the
he's a
worst
boy genius,
invention
buy
I've
it.
ever seen. Like, if you want to pop a balloon without people hearing, take it into another room and just pop it with a pin. How unnecessary do you have to be?
I love that. Yeah, but that's obviously just a guy who's tried to get it to make money and couldn't do it, so he's used his own child as a fucking employment scheme to like, yeah, buy it, please.
Apparently, his son has invented like several things, he said in this show thing, and that was obviously the cream of the crop that he had to show everybody as how good his son had been.
He also invented the nuclear car. Look at this.
As showcased here in Fallout 3.
I just kept giving him my phone to play with, and it became really smart, really quick.
We got Exada Rose in the chat, so hello Exada Rose. Exada, maybe? Are you on the chat, Jenna?
Zeta Rose. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Have you seen? But speaking of inventions, the fucking stupid ones. Could you imagine being one of the people who invented something like asbestos, or
well, it was a big hit at the time, wasn't it?
Or well, that's my point. Could you imagine being the architect of these things that happened to be the worst thing that happened to humanity?
Well, after how much money they probably made before people realised, I don't think they cared too much.
And you
Asbestos.
know the guy that
the guy
I'm
made
pretty
it,
sure I'm
and
right
then they
to
were
say-
like, "That's it. Every building is asbestos now. Every building, no matter what, every single one is asbestos," and that's how it went down. And then they realised,
it's a
like,
human
what?
thing, isn't it? We just go, oh, that's new, use it.
Yeah, like, I don't know how many years ago asbestos was made, but you know, like recent years, people have been like, "Hey, this is bad. This thing is not good at all."
You see all these people coughing? I think it's that.
It's like starting to break down buildings, and suddenly everyone in like a mile radius begins to die. Like, oh, this is a mistake.
Jerry, did we put this in every building? Yes. Shit. It's like, could you not have just like given it a test first? Hey, breathe this in. Why? It's science. Just breathe it in. Oh shit, it's bad. We shouldn't put that in everywhere.
They don't they
I
need
don't know
like
what scientific test that is.
specialist teams to demolish asbestos buildings? Like they have to
I don't
put
know.
people on. They can do it. I think they have to have like special people though that are like trained to be able to take it down with causing the least air contamination. I think because it is really.
Why?
bad
Can it
stuff.
travel that far in the air?
Well, it's just like
I know
it turns
people
into
have to wear
dust,
masks,
doesn't it?
don't they?
It's
Yeah.
like dust, and if the wind gets on dust, then, you know, it blows off about places, and it's bad for people. It's bad for many things.
Shit.
My old school was made of asbestos, and it burned down.
Yeah, that's a great thing to happen. That's like fucking. That's like a weed festival getting burned down. It's like, oh dear God. Have you seen that thing with
one
the
of
fucking
those is far worse than
firefighters?
the other, though, to be fair.
The firefighters are trying to put out a fire at some kind of house or a medical marijuana factory, and they all get baked as fuck.
Not seeing that, no.
It's fucking amazing because they do like interviews and stuff saying, "So how do you feel about the fire?" They're just like, "Oh, you know, we got with the fires." They're just like so out of it. But there's so many like you know, I think you know when Marie Curie, was it radon she discovered?
Oh, I can't remember. I know that
But
she did
when
a
that
lot
was
of
discovered,
X-ray
you know, because-
research.
Yeah, you know, because it was it glowed in the dark.
Yeah.
People used it for everything. Like people would rub it on their teeth, and because it glowed in the dark, they thought it was funny. And like they'd have watches made of radon, and like people they'd use radon paint and paint things, and the people who worked there would like lick the brushes to get a good tip on them. And like so many people just like radioactivity poisoning was a massive death just
Well,
because she was like it glows.
Mary
Look, it
Curie
glows.
died of radiation poison, didn't she?
Yeah, a workbook's still radioactive.
So that was one of the early days where they didn't really know what radiation was, though. Like, she was one of the
Well,
pioneers
yeah,
in
that's the
finding
point.
it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she discovered it. Yeah,
'Cause she,
I think she
started
she got
X-rays as
2
well.
Nobel Prizes. Is she the one that did X-rays?
Yeah, I think so.
I know Rosalind Franklin. She discovered DNA by X-ray refraction. That's a weird fact that I've retained.
I'm pretty certain it was her that did X-rays. I might have a quick look now just to be sure.
Just make sure your facts are checked. But it's you know the guy who developed
Oh, I
CFC.
forgot. If you search Mary Curie, it comes up with the Mary Curie Foundation about like illness and stuff instead of her. Alright, I've got it.
See, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's named after her, isn't it? So
Yeah, is it better to know the charity or the work that she did? I guess it's still in her name, but I'd rather know
Yeah.
it worked. So,
I guess.
are you right? Is she an X-ray girl?
Oh, I'm trying to find something that just says quickly without...
Saying Marie Curie is like X-ray, it's making me think she's like a superhero called X-ray. Marie Curie has X-ray, and she's just like, they're in that building. The worst power. Can you save those kids from that burning building? No, but I can see them. Oh god, they're on fire now. Can you not switch it off? No, I can only see through things. I can't not see through things.
X-rays and uranium rays, apparently, she did.
Uranium. I think that's... No, it was radon. I'm pretty sure it's radon.
They might have done that as well, but like that's some of the things it says here. X-ray and uranium rays. Uranium rays.
I think she got 2 Nobel Prizes, and one of them she shares with her husband. I think I'm right in saying that.
I know she did a lot of important stuff.
Yeah, you know the guy who invented CFCs?
Yeah.
Well,
not personally, but...
He had something to do with the combustion engine. So he's choked the planet with CO2 emissions. He created CFCs which fucked up the ozone, and then he was finally killed by a bed invention of his own design that killed him.
Out of making all of those things, the one invention that killed him was a bed.
I like the fact
not
that
CFC,
I think
it's not a combustion engine, but a bed.
He did one thing. I think he did one of them because he was ashamed of the other one, and then he was like, oh, so I've developed CFCs instead, and they're like, these are killing everyone. And he's like, shit, not again.
He's just trying to do a good thing. Trying so hard to do something right, and every time people are like, this is awful.
John, do not try and help the children. Look, I've built this... John, stop. I can't remember his name. Funny fucking story, though. It's like that... I love stories like that. You know that guy who dodged the 2 nuclear bombs in Japan? Like, he got a train from one to the other.
Jesus.
Like, he's called the luckiest and unluckiest man. Like, he was in Hiroshima. And then he survived that, and then he got a train to... was it Nagasaki, the other one? I can't remember.
I think so. That sounds familiar.
I think he got there just after the other bomb landed or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you know what I mean? Could you imagine?
Well, it's like you hear about
I think he
people
died of
who just have skipped out on like really bad things, like people who sort of like just missed the flight that hit 9/11. They hit the buildings on 9/11. Sorry, not they hit 9/11. But yeah, the people who like
I'm about to say they're behind it.
they just missed the flight and had to get the next one.
It's crazy.
They were booked in for that one.
That close.
It'd be crazy, man. I don't.
It's got to mess with you, man. You don't know what you're doing then.
You'd feel lucky as hell, though, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know. I'd feel like I did it.
It's your fault. If I was there, I could have stopped it.
Yeah, it's like Final Destination. It's like when they always have the premonition first, and then they go, "Wait, I have to get off the plane." Maybe that's what they got the idea from.
God, I don't think I've ever properly watched a Final Destination film.
They're not bad.
They've never interested me too much. They did. Which scary movie was it where they took the piss out of it?
I
can't think which one it was. It might have been 3. I remember watching that and it being really funny and stupid. But
yeah,
I don't ever
they are decent films. The third one's the best one. If you watch the third one first, as stupid as that sounds, because then you'll like the stories, and then you can watch the other one.
Yeah, then you're into the franchise a bit, and the bad ones won't seem so bad anymore.
Ease them in good, boys. It's all those sorts of things. I love all those counters with death where they've just survived. Have you seen? There's loads of things from like World War II where people fell out of planes and they survive. Like they fell from really high up, and like all they've done is like sprained an ankle or some shit like that.
Oh, I've seen a few things about people who like parachutes haven't activated and stuff, and they just like landed in trees and sort of suffered a couple of small broken bones, but like the tree softened their blow essentially. And they made it. It's implorable odds. Because you know, as much as you want to replicate something scientifically, you're never going to get it because odds against it are so small. So many tiny little factors making the difference.
Yeah. And it's always 1 in a million shots, and those are the ones that survive, so they go, yeah, I survived, why didn't you survive? That's bullshit. I don't think they're quite so cavalier about it, if I'm
No,
honest.
I don't think so either.
It's fucking crazy, man. I'd never get in a plane or anything again. I'd go, right, that's my one lucky thing in my life. I'm sitting here and not moving. I think I'd filled my
borrowed
quota.
time, aren't you, at that point?
Yeah. I think I saw one earlier that I was reading up about because they always entertain me. But one guy, he fell. He sprained his ankle and lit a cigarette, and then he waited for people to come find him. Like, that's his reaction. Like, I made it. I better smoke something that's gonna kill me one day.
I don't know what I'd do in that situation though, depending on where you landed, of course. Imagine if you just landed next to a bus stop or something.
Just get on the bus.
Yeah.
Just an old lady's like, "You alright, love? Yeah, I'm fine." You fell out of the sky. I know. You an angel? No, not in a military uniform, love. Sorry. You want a tough? Yeah, go on. Because, I mean...
Weather's good for it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it'd be one day. Even after that fantastic sketch. Like, I survived. Oh my god. So, what do you think to this weather? that David Cameron.
Just, like, you get on the bus and it's like, how long were you waiting there for? It was late for me. This bus was I had to wait an extra 5 minutes. It's nonsense.
What about you? I fell out of the sky. Only sprained my ankle, though. Ooh, yeah, we've all had difficult journeys, haven't we? Just
and the bus was still late after that. Oh, it's just not good, is it?
No, I like the idea that he's gone, yeah, I fell out of the sky and I nearly died, but I've survived, and goes, oh, you think that's bad, love? I was waiting for 2 hours the other day.
My friend Dorothy had a trip the other week and cracked her hip open, had to have surgery. It was awful.
You think you're lucky? It's just like, I just did the impossible and you're trying to take this away from me.
And a friend, like, tripped on a step.
Because you fell over a Werther's Original. Do you reckon Werther's Original are upset that only old people eat them? Because I love them, I'll eat them.
I don't know, I mean, they keep old people alive, don't they? So all they live off.
Just like fuel. Yeah. Doctor, what's wrong with that? Oh my god, Werther Original supplies run out. Get to the shop, quick.
Age.
Nurse, Werther's Original.
They give them to all the grandkids too.
Yeah, they're good. I love them. Delicious, mate. Proper creamy and shit.
Those and those like lemon travel sweets that most people only have for travelling, but grandparents have like a stockpile of in their cupboards.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure once you get like your pension, you get given one of those as well. Like, oh yeah, here's your order of Werther's Originals and
like,
generic sweets.
They get a free bus pass. They get like a free Werther's Original card as well. Where like every week they can like go and claim 2 packets.
And they all have to get on the bus.
They're rationed 3 Werther's Originals.
I like the idea that it's like a secret agent thing where they just get on the bus but they show a special card. And then they go, okay, and then they like pull a lever, and then like a chair drops down, and they end up in the Werther's Original factory.
Like a special Werther's Original bus pass.
Yeah, like it's one of them things that no one else knows about, but it's just the older generation.
Yeah, we're on TV.
Like where they get knitting needles and stuff from. There's just like an underground market where you get all that stuff from. Hair net? Oh, fucking! You want to go down there, love? Only just turned. Okay, right, you need to go down there, and your hairnets are on your left. Walking sticks on your right, mate.
Yeah, Werther's Originals given to you on exit for free, don't worry.
Just after you go through the gift shop.
The last bus leaves at 5:30. Don't miss it, it won't wait for you.
Here is your conversation card that you'll need to talk to young people with. Follow the strict conversation thing so they won't ask questions about why you disappear halfway through the bus journey. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just like ask you the stupid questions so you go, oh fuck, thank god I'm away from them, and then you like
so
you don't
people
focus
never
on them
want
anymore.
to have too deep of a conversation with them, and therefore they never find out too much.
Yeah,
it's all a conspiracy.
just the young kid gets like a fucking Werther's Original packet put over his head and is going, who are you? Why are you taking me? And, like, strapped, like knitted up to a chair. Where am I?
like with a winter scarf that's knitted out of like the best quality wool. Still knitting it as they're wrapping it around you.
Jumper, you bastard. Who do you work for?
A knitted straitjacket.
Get me out of this! Ooh, cross stitch, nice. Get me out of this!
What is this, cashmere? This is amazing.
Just shining a really old lamp, antique lamp in your eyes. Who do you work for? Or because you just spoke to a granny too much.
You asked where she suddenly got 2 packets of Werther's Originals from on that bus ride.
No, he's like, can I have a Werther's Original? You noticed me. I sick 'em. Just like loads of World War II veterans just put, like, get the canes and...
The bus driver just pulls into an alleyway.
The truth is out there.
Everybody on the bus that isn't over 60 gets taken hostage.
Who'd be the rival faction, though? Who would they be working for?
They don't need a rival faction. They just, you know.
They just want to keep it secret.
Yeah, just gotta keep those Werther's Originals going. That's what Werther's Originals really is. What's the company that makes Werther's Originals? Is it just Werther's, or is it like a bigger company?
I don't know.
See,
Turns out
nobody
it's the
knows.
Illuminati.
It's where it all unfolds.
Dickens, you don't want to start asking these questions.
Looking in deep.
It'll send you down roads.
They're owned by a German candy company.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're a flavoured candy owned by a German company. They're called August Stork KG.
Yeah. But if you arrange that, if you take away all the things and add L's, then you get Illuminati.
If you change the letters a little around with it, remove August and replace it with Illuminati, then you get Illuminati Stork.
Oh my god. And then if you take away his dog, then you just get Illuminati. Now over here, look at this picture of the Last Supper.
I don't know why, but
ultraviolet light.
I'm quite surprised at how short Werther's Originals wiki page is.
Really? How short is it?
Not very. It's got like a short paragraph, well, like 2 lines on history, 3 lines on product, and just, well, like 3 lines and 2 words on commercials, and that's it.
Do you know why?
Because they don't need to know too much.
Hidden. Yeah. The truth is out there. Oh shit, it is really small.
It's tiny. They've been around for 112 years, though.
The only reason why they can't get rid of the whole page is because old people are really bad at using the internet. They're just like, I keep pressing delete, Margaret, but it's not working. You're pressing number lock, that's why it's not working.
You haven't selected anything, you're just pressing delete.
They take you through the underground, like, fucking dungeons and stuff, and they're like, this is Jack, he's our best computer expert, and he's like, I know where the print button is.
I know how to use Word. It's like a CV from like the late 90s where people would say they have experience in computers in like Word documentation and stuff.
I like the idea that he's hooked up a typewriter as well, so the typewriter works as an interface. Like he's like, I had to learn to hack in through my own ways.
He hasn't really got a computer, it's just a typewriter, and he just like makes displays on a piece of paper by shifting it about.
Yeah, just draws it. Just draws on it and then sticks it on.
Not even just draws it, it's like using like symbols like your brackets and stuff, just draws on the frame of websites and then types it all in. Just keeps repositioning the paper to get like the layout right.
And then there's just a big alert, and it's like, what is it? It's nap time, love. Just tie him up and go for a nap. Back in 5, dear. You got some
12 PM
legs?
nap that everyone does on the way down there. What I don't understand, like old people, is why do they always, like, they get the buses everywhere, like obviously, but they always are done whatever they're doing by about like 11 or 12. Like they go down really early, and then they've finished everything they want to do in the town by midday, and they're on the way home again. It's like,
it's because you don't know this because you've never come back on a midday bus, but the midday bus is the one that takes you to the old people there.
That's true. That's why they can guarantee that nobody but old people's going to be on it.
Because no one will be coming back at midday. And those that do, we never hear from them
and all
again.
they do is go to a little cafe above like Debenhams or something for the day. Because those kind of cafes are always full of old people. The co-op, the top of co-op, where there's like cafe, it's always old people there. It's never young people. Young
like
people just go Costa or something, but no, they just go into like retail stores that have a cafe in the top part of the store.
What if Costa and Starbucks are owned by Werther's Original to keep the young people away?
Trying to make coffee hip and cool so that the older generations have somewhere to be private.
Maybe they're trying to turn young people. Maybe they're like young people that disappear. They come back, but they look really. They've like aged really quickly. Like they've just drank 1,000. They've been force fed like a gallon of tea, and they've been forced to watch really old black and white movies and force fed Werther's Original. So you go see them and you go, Jerry, we haven't seen you at school in forever, and he's like, what did you say, young man? It's just like, oh my god, he's an old person. Would you like a Werther's Original? We've lost him. Retreat! Retreat!
Travel sweet, perhaps. Nobody has them for not travelling. What is wrong with you?
I'm not going anywhere. That's what you think? They're hostile. They're hostile. Oh shit, is that a crumble? We're doomed. Nah, but old people don't have an agenda. Yes, they do. Find the secrets. What's the original?
We know nothing of the topic.
Nothing. The Illuminati are not behind the old people.
Honestly, I've
Maybe
never
that's it.
understood like why old people get up so early.
Maybe people don't age. But
Where was original age people?
yeah.
It's like a drug addictiveness. Like you keep eating more as the older you get, and it ages you more because it has an aging effect.
Somewhere, because when Werther's Original was like 1900 or something. Maybe there's a guy that's like that many old. Fuck. I hate myself.
Old. Wow.
Fuck you. He's been alive that long, and he's just like really young, and like, so you've uncovered the secret of the Werther Original.
Well, Werther's Original's been around for 112 years, so.
He's 112 years old.
Werther's Originals are the fountain of youth, aren't they? Really, we got it wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody like
oh shit, yeah,
still alive with the fountain of youth at the Werther's Original factory.
Maybe that's what makes Werther's Original
to look, because
they found
they found people.
They found the fountain of youth, but they use the water to make Werther's Originals. But they've made it so the taste is so bad that young people don't like them. Apart
They
from
don't
me.
taste bad though.
I love them.
Just
Honestly,
I'd rather not eat a lot of them.
Oh, I would. I can eat an old pack and just feel good. It's like that Richie.
You can get fed
Richie
up. I'd rather have like a pack of Cheetos or something.
And then I have a hankering to watch old black and white movies and knit. And then oh my god.
And
Save
wake
yourself.
up at 8 o'clock in the morning to get the bus into town to sit in Debenhams Cafe.
It's not even 8 o'clock. The time that I normally go to bed, my grandparents are up.
Really?
Yeah, they wake up at like 5 in the morning.
I don't understand.
Every morning.
They go to bed really early as well, don't they, your grandparents? Well, not
Yeah.
actually, no, they don't. They still go to bed at like 10, 11-ish.
Oh yeah, that's early for us. I mean,
Yeah,
we
for us,
consider
I mean.
1 in the morning early.
Like, why do they go up so early? Because all they do is just sit and read the paper and get the bus all day, and that's it.
Well, maybe it's a generational thing.
It's weird.
I mean,
right?
was it for like earlier working hours? Back in my day, you had to be at pit in 6 a.m.
No, my parents get up early as well, like on days off. Like I think the latest my mum ever stays in bed is like 9 or 10ish at the
Yeah,
most.
it's the same for us.
It's weird.
I think we're just the generation where we go. I'm staying in bed till the fucking sun's at least at midday.
I stay in
I'm
bed
not waking up any earlier.
until I'm bored of being in bed. Most
I
of the
can
time.
never be bored of being in bed.
At some point, I'm just lying there and I'm like, I've got nothing left to look at on my phone, and my PC is just over there. And at that
No,
point,
that's why I have my
PC on,
iPad with me.
and I just sit on my PC, which is essentially the same as lying in bed, but I'm in a chair. I don't do anything more.
That's the thing. I realised I don't sit in my chair that much. I lie in my chair. I put like my legs on the desk and just like sort of lie in my chair.
I always put like my feet up on my chair because it's just like comfier.
It's not. It's dreadful. I mean, we're slobs.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. But it's what the old people want, because then we can't uncover the truth.
We never get on those midday buses return from the town centre.
Yeah, so we never ask any questions. Like, where did this original packet come from? Have you seen Ant-Man yet?
Nope. Might be seeing
You're
it
a
this
piece of shit.
weekend, or I'll be seeing Inside Out. Not this weekend, the next couple of days. I'll be back home this weekend.
Need to watch it. I need to talk to you about some stuff on it.
We'll watch it.
Pretty good fun.
At some point.
I was delightfully surprised by it.
Is it very Paul Rudd?
Because no, but it has
I
got
like Paul Rudd.
but it has got Paul Rudd some in, like his sort of comedy and stuff every so often.
That's good then.
It's Marvel with Paul Rudd.
Sounds good.
I think that's what the poster said. Ant-Man, Marvel with Paul Rudd.
Your favourite Marvel moments mixed with your favourite Paul Rudd moments. It's Ant-Man.
Starring Marvel and Paul Rudd. It's Marvel as a character.
That's it. If you go on the IMDb page, it just says Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, Marvel, everyone else.
Marvel. Sponsored by Werther's Original. That'd fucking freak me out if it did. Do you reckon? You know, bus stop advertisements. Do you reckon they still do a really good job? Because I've never once read one.
I've read them.
I just see them at the corner of my eye, and I'm just like, meh. So do you think it still works? It's like
I've
the
never
big
seen
poster.
them and thought I'm gonna buy that, but I have seen them. I've acknowledged them.
It's like those big posters, you know, the proper massive ones. That are billboard style, you know, that sort of size. But
Yeah.
you just no one ever goes, wow, I'm gonna do that.
I think it's like a subconscious thing, though, isn't it? That when you're driving past them, it sort of puts a thought in your head whether you realise it or not.
Yeah. Subliminal messaging. Just keeps fucking going until you get so worn out you buy it.
Pretty much.
I
Right.
accidentally typed 200 and send a 20. That's a big gap in numbers.
That is a big gap. 200 minutes, wow. Right, we going to wrap on this? It's been going an hour and 10, just over.
Yeah, we can do, I suppose.
Right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's that podcast
Go
number
on, you
2
go.
on the late burners.
Mm-hmm.
And we got more content coming soon. I've got more Terraria Let's Plays to put up. I'm going to start editing them again like the one we've already got. We've
Yes.
got the Twitch
And you've
channel
got some
to
Terra.
stream.
Some Terra hopefully coming up soon.
Yeah, we should be getting that done probably after Ryan's back off holiday.
Yeah.
And what else?
But I
more
say
content?
it'll all pick up a lot more in October.
Yeah, us two are going to get more content, I'm assuming when Ryan's away. We'll figure
Yeah.
something else to do. And
Yeah.
make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And head over to twitch.tv/lateburners to follow there, where you'll be able to watch this podcast live whenever we happen to do it. Maybe one day we'll
Yeah.
schedule.
Maybe.
But for now, it's just whenever, and then put it out to YouTube.
Whenever the mood strikes.
So, thank you and goodbye, everyone.